Hello, my name is Coach David Butler. Today we're going to talk about using five plays. They're just going to be various one plays in one formation. And we're going to try and keep them some kind of uniformity and continuity so we can build off them in certain aspects. I'm just going to pick like five plays that we could use at our level in the UK. Everybody can take these plays and use them. It's nothing majorly uh, hard to install yourself or majorly hard to get hold of information on how to install it. Um, So we're just going to go in the passing game. So we're just going to go for stick, slant outs, uh, inside zone, outside zone, and our one exotic will be jet. Okay. Now, formation I picked today, as you can see, is pro gun, uh, whatever you want to call it. I always call it pro gun or pro, and that's just simply two running backs in the backfield, which might suit a lot of UK coaches because of the talent that we have available. It's not easy to get a talented guy to quick running back than it might be to get him up to see that if you can't play football very well. Lots of variables in there. Uh, you can see that in this clip on Huddle, they're wanting to different. But for me, and this is me personally, everybody else is different. My X and my zeros on. That's just my personal opinion. Everybody's different. Everybody's got ways. Now, if you've seen any of other videos on our Clash Connected channel, yourself Spaghetti Stick before in a lot greater detail. But we'll go through it again and we'll just talk about the other players as well. But it's just five simple plays that we can from one formation. And the idea of this is that even if you think you're a 2x2 team and you've got that's in your bag and that's what you do, you can make one simple adjustment here or there to show a defense something else. And if you're one week having lack of receivers, you can still do stuff with your team, with your Arsenal, to make practice with Movely and do things in games different and give them different looks. And maybe something that they haven't prepared for if they're going to scout you in film and stuff. If you're a 2x2 team, generally down the line, you can make sure that they want to be able to plan for you. That kind of stuff, just little things that you can do. Anyway, we'll start with stick. I'll give you a couple of rules and parameters that I'll use. But our line, currently they are two for splits. That has changed to two or three in the past, but at the moment, the level that I was coaching at last, where we had a rookie O line who was struggling to block at times, two for splits gave us the best outcome. And a simple vertical set drop was also the best outlay for us in terms of what we could do, what we could block, and how fast we could block it. Now, for me, a lot of the stuff that I ran past game was quick game because we couldn't block for a lot of time. So, a lot of the past game that I had in previous seasons, previous outings like Shallow and White Cross and stuff like that, and Mesh that we've always tried before, were hard to come by. So, when I assessed the talent that we had, I didn't even put them into the playbook in 19 and I didn't even do it in 20. We assessed what we had and we changed it and we moved it around and we made our playbooks with our personnel. That year we knew we had all the rookies in, we were bleeding it, we knew there were going to be teething problems, and you take those lumps on the chin and you get what you can and produce what you can when you can. Okay? Our QB is at 5 yards deep, and our running backs are usually 1 yard behind him, and I like to see my running backs level. It's not a need, but it's just a pet peeve of mine if they're not level. I like to see them level and they're on the heels of the quarterback, is what I always tell them. And we split. Normally split. I know it's the way it's set up here. It's a little bit different. This is the generic huddle one. We normally ask our running backs to split the two guards right down the middle of the back to the arse cheeks, split them in the middle, and that's where they line up. So 1 yard back of the QB, splitting the arse cheeks of the guards, and that will be the lineup regardless of whether it's a pass or a run. Okay, I'll move on to the play itself. Now, this is how I run stick. I'll be a million ways to run stick, and there's no right to run. But we ask our Z to run a mandatory assault release. Okay, that's what we ask of him. Only because we want to, the way that this place set up for us, we want that guy to turn the defender's shoulders. That's basically what it comes down to. And if they are in a cover four, or you can tag on a comeback, but we rarely do that. Okay. We were talking about Reed, it was about Roach, not Reed right now. Why? So you have primary receiver in this. He's going to have a choice of either sitting in grass or he's going to take it out, depending on coverage. Okay, it's not a whip, it's not a movable route. It's a one or the other, depending on what the defense is giving you. Okay, on the backside, you can have a fin, you can have a lot of things. You can have a 5 the other side if you want to. A lot of people prefer choices, nice simple 3 yards land. Can't go wrong with 3 yards on the backside. Easy peasy. Then to tie it all in, and then you want to tie the plays into what you're doing. So we'll try and keep some continuity within our backfield. So if our QB wants to supersede and keep 1 back in or 2 back in, fine, you can do that. The QBs have the green light to say, I want to keep this going, keep that going. But if they are both allowed to go on a release on a route, there's no check release, you're just going to go. So if there was some kind of pressure, that would probably be the hot. One of them will probably be the hot, so that I have to be around pretty fast. And RF, we're going to swing. Okay? And our rules on the swing is that first step is back, and we always give ground to gain ground, so we want to take a step back, open ourselves up, and after our first step, our head is going instantly, looking at the quarterback, in case that hot's coming, in case that pressure's coming, in case that ball comes quickly, we're ready to catch it. So after our first step back, we give ground to gain ground, and snap back round, look into the football, and we run our swing round. And hopefully by the time our QB made progressions from peak 1, 2, 3, or peak 1, 2, we should be in line with the QB making this read not too hard for the QB to throw. And that's what we do. Now, in turn, if you want to, and then on the backside with our height, we're going to run an arrow. And I'll say why we run an arrow because we could run double swings. There's no reason why we couldn't run double swings. But if you run an arrow backside, this will play with our next concept, with our slant out concept, so that we can keep the continuity across the board. So if you want to be a double swing team, do it. Whatever you want. You want to be a double arrow team, it's all fine. I just like the aspect of the swing when we check down. Okay? Now, if you're going to read this, our Z is always our peak. So if they're playing press, or we know we've got a great athlete they're 1 high, not so much on 2 high, because the window's small, and that's going to be a small window to aim into. So it's going to be a great throw. So we don't normally want to throw that bomb or that fade on 2 high, but if it's 1 high, go ahead and take a shot if they're impressed, or you think your man can beat him easily up. Now, the way we read this, that would be P. 1 is the Y, 2 is the F there, but it's off me. 2 is the running back, okay? And that's it, that's dead. By the time you get to peak 1, 2, that ball's got to be gone. If you're coming across the backside, this has to be pre-snap. So this is a post snap. The right hand side or the play side is a post snap read. The backside will be pre-snap. The pre-snap throw would be is this X single covered? Is the no safety help or is the safety way over here? If the linebacker has to honour the H back and he flashes out to cover the arrow, that opens up the slant backside. All well and good. Again, the same with this side. This is our peak rate. We want to turn the DB's hips to his shoulders and run him away, creating at the very minimum space for our Y to run into if he needs to. So the way our Y would read it is if this defender's in man or is inside 5 yards, we want to just run it out round. Run your 5 yards, run it out round. Okay? If he's off deeper than 5 yards, he's playing soft. Run your 5 yards, sit, and hitch it up away from the football. Okay? The ball's going to come depending on whoever is covering the running back as well. Because if they drop back and you've got that 5 yard hitch, you may see that backer drop back into the grass and try and cover him from. some depth. If he does that, then you look off him and you hit the running back on the swing. If that linebacker honours the F or the R as he should, and he flashes down, then we hit the H. So basically, it's if at all, but they're going to tell us what we're going to throw. That's the bottom line. Whatever they can't cover, they're going to throw. Backside, as I said, even pre-snap, if there's nobody covering the H, from the arrow off the bat. If you know you've got single coverage on the X, and this backer has to flash out to cover the H, you've got a one-on-one coverage with the X, the one safety high. All good. No, it's easy pass. Okay? That's our first play. That's our first pass play, and that's stick. Then we'll switch it up. And we'll go to probably one of the easiest pass plays you'll ever install. And again, some people may run and read stick a lot differently than that, but we teach at a level where we want to bring a guy in who's never played football before, to throw football, and to run the routes. So our key to us is simplicity. We keep it simple, and we want to be able to plug a guy in and do something instantly. So, obviously, the longer they give it, the better they get at stuff, and the more things we can throw at them. This is a player that we know that we've had success with across the board with young quarterbacks, veteran quarterbacks, moving positional quarterbacks, all kinds of stuff. So we know that it works. Okay, it works for us anyway. Okay, again, slant out is the middle concept. I'll keep that back in like that because it'll tie in with everything we do. You could keep it home. You could keep it home, but 9 times out of 10, if you run him on a route, all good. Slant out. I'm not sure if there's an actual name for this play, but we've always called it slant out. Or for me, it's been 53. Okay, and the read is it's all pre-snap basically. The guy that's giving you the grass is where you're going to throw it, and it's that simple. Now, if you were 4 wide, this H would be here, and it would look a little bit different. But because we're 2 back and we're trying to keep some continuity, we've left the H where he's in the two back alignment. But it's very the same as it was on stick, giving you that double slant look across both sides. Okay, now you could have that F stay home and block if you so wish to get that protection. But this pass is so quick, it's literally a grip and rip. That you don't need any back in there for protection because that ball should be gone almost as soon as the QB gets the football and takes his one step. Now again, looking at steps, both stick and both. This is the 1-step block being the gun. So you get the ball, take that step back, and then follow football. This is when we talk about slant out to me. As I said, it's basically wherever the grass is going to be. Wherever's not being covered is where they're going to throw it. So you'll see a lot of times where the backer might be here and the corners over there. Like so. So what we want to do really is we know that we can exploit that gap. We know we can exploit that gap because this defender's going to chase this guy out. Okay? So if he would have been in 202, that's the gap. But then if he then dives in and chases the height, just what I found stick, you throw in front of him and throw to X. And the same applies to this side on the right. The pre-snap read. We keep it really simple. If the heads up like that, and if they're in man, it makes things way easier for us. Okay, you may have a backer here, which will flash down and take that back, creating even more space. Okay. You'll probably have to flash down and take that back. Okay. But all we do, what we're looking for here is if this guy runs with his man, then we hit the Z over the top. Wherever the space comes, we take it. So if this guy runs that way, we do it, and he's staying in protection, and he runs across to cover this land. We hit the H on the out. Very simple football. It's low level teaching, easy to get across. Very simple to teach, and we like it at our level because it's simple play. It gets our QBs comfortable, and it builds their confidence. Again, we're talking about one formation, 5 plays right now. So you can see that we've got stick and now slant outs, 53 that I'll call it. We'll move to a run play now, and we'll run inside zone. Okay. Take one of these outs. Okay. So if you only have to install 2 plays in one weekend, you could probably do that quite comfortably with your pre-practice videos or pre-practice meetings. Get the confidence. You can have that in pretty fastly. Again, vertical drop to the line, quite easy to teach, and we like to keep it really, really simple. Okay. One of the things that we do early doors, not always and far down the line, depending on how long you're there. If you're a first year coach and we're not looking at or tagging the RPOs onto anything, we'll probably get out. We're running 2 back. We'll probably get our receivers to block. And they're the most dangerous man. Okay, so if they man up, if they're pressing or whatever, they'll block their man. If they're going to look for work, it's the very first non-colored shirt you are. Most dangerous man. Okay. Now, if we're running, let's say we're running inside zone left. Okay. We know our zone rules for inside zone. Okay, and we know that we always leave our M man, our tackle always leaves that M man and doubles with the guard. Okay, let's just put somebody there. Okay, so we always leave that M man. That's not what I wanted. We always leave that M man. Okay, in inside zone, that man's always left unless we've not got a mobile QB, then we'll lock that backside of inside zone. But if we know we've got a mobile QB and we know there's a dual threat, then we'll run zone read off of it, and we will leave that last guy, whether it's the end or it's the linebacker, whoever's the last man showing, we'll lead him. We'll let him come. Okay? So our line is running inside zone rules left. Okay, we're doubling up where we can, depending on the front. I'm not going to draw front right now because I'm just talking about a play. If we're running inside zone left, so we're still at the same depth with the change from our pass play. We're still at QB at 5, going back at the heels, stick to the guards. We're going to run our inside zone track. We're going to run inside zone. Now, there's a lot of things you can do with that back because you can run more than one play for a start. So you could run power, you could have power lead, you could have dive lead, zone lead, whatever you want to do. But for this play, I'm just going to give it an option that we've done in the past, which is basically zone option. Okay? So when we run zone option, our QB is going to read this end still. Okay? And we want this end to attack us if possible. We always want that end to attack us and come in and chase down the back. Okay? But what he's doing now, our H is simply going to run when we're outside of the QB, almost a spring route. So once our QB hands off, if this defensive end is crashing in and wants to take the QB or take the running back, our QB can pull the football. Okay, and then we can start running option. Okay, we start with an option on the backside, and even if we hand that ball off to F, we were still in the option backside. Whereas keeping that the end locked in and keeping out of the play, taking out of the ratio. Okay, but if they do crash in, they crash in and crash in, we'll take that ball away. We'll run option out, and our option was 4-1-1. That's 4 yards deep and 1 yard back. We always need to be behind the quarterback, give him a nice easy pitch. Now, we've seen a lot of people talk about pitching footballs like they do when you're watching like old Georgia Tech film or Navy or something when they were pure option football. We like that, but however you get the ball out is fine by me. I don't particularly want an underarm pitch, but any way you toss it out there, happy to do, as long as he's catchable for the running back. And the way that we run this is that our running back will keep his track all the way across, regardless. Keep his track, and maintain that track with the QB. That pitch could come at any time. This will be a pure option play, and it's built into our offense because we run this option from all formations, from all the two-back formations. So it's all built in, and all provides more answers and more looks and more problems for the defense to attack. So we want to keep them honest and then give them an answer when they try and block that play out. Okay? So we saw that down inside zone. Of course you can flip it. You can flip it and have it go the other way. There's no reason why you can't. So you would still run option both sides. Okay, again we would leave it in. It's no problem. Happy to do all of these things. All these plays are interchangeable, interswitchable. Okay, so if it was the other way around, we'd have our H running the inside zone. Still the same, we'll still leave this guy. We didn't do that either. Come on, wake up. Okay. Still leave that guy, and we still do exactly the same. He would he run the option. And he keep the ball 4-1-1 rules. Back in this end. If they want to keep flowing in, try to take that backside, and we bought on it and we let them run, we take it off. So we've got same formation, 3 simple plays, and we're going to build up answer already into the zone. Okay? So if you want to do an outside zone for me, we'll come back to this option in a minute. Keep it in mind, because we're going to play off of this where we like to use this as well. Again, the key for our success is that we can run, let's say, 6 plays or 7 plays from a lot of looks. Not everyone wants to do that, but it's something I like to do. And I'm just giving you guys maybe an answer or two if you're looking to go, well, we run this. Can we do it from this formation? And we will say, yeah, of course you can. You go ahead and adapt this. But simple rules, simple parameters to make it all work. Okay. So let's just say for this example, we're going to be running outside zone right. Okay. Line runs outside zone rules to the right, which means we basically watch everybody to the right. Okay. In this instance, we would have our F or our R. He would come out, and he would steal the edge. Again, for me, I know to put it out there, but it could be here. It's basically stealing that edge, that first whatever colour jersey you are in, take it. Okay. And the way we teach the outside zone first and 2 back, you want to put across the face of the quarterback, flash across it. Okay. And all the QB has to do there is put his hands out and let the running back take the ball off him. Because built into that later on down the line will be the chance to QB pull it. and use the space to the outside. But for short term and for quick term answer, we don't do that. We basically just let the running back take the ball off the QB. The QB doesn't do anything on the spray off. Good base, hands up, put the ball out, let the running back take his hands up, take the other hands. Okay? So running back will flash across the QB's face. Receivers of MDM, they get most dangerous man. F or R in my case will be getting the first non-white jersey if we want to receive. And as we always, outside zone is a one-cut run. When we say it's a one-cut run, it means whatever the gap is, when we start to run outside, we have to hit it. Okay? Now it could be behind this guy's back. It could be cut back line here. It could be a cut behind this wide receiver. Whatever the one cut is, we look because the flow of the third zone. We're looking for that cutback line, and normally our cutback line, once the line starts to flow, is usually around this point here between the tackle and the guard. There's usually those crease that we sneak in. However, if you're unsure and uncertain, and you want to go and take it outside, okay, we've seen a lot of back that I've had just always wanted to go outside and stretch the legs of their horses. It's not always the right answer. But what I've always told my running backs is that whatever you do it 100%. So if you are going to go outside, run out the wind and go as fast as you can, go balls out and get whatever you can. If you can turn that corner, Isaiah gets a block, you never know how far you can get. Okay? If there's one cut run, but if there's no hole or you can't see a hole, balls out, as fast as you can to the sideline, turn it up, get whatever you can. Okay? Same would apply if we took it the way. Clear this. So if we clear this in our height, he's there blocking back. He again is going to get most dangerous man. First guy he sees, okay? And our F. He's going to take those 2 steps. Flash across the QB's face. And again, he's making that one cut run. Whatever that one cut may be. Okay? Again, if he's going to go balls out. And you feel like you have to take it to the outside. 100%, as fast as you can. Do not mess about and try and look back for a cutback line. 100% get it outside, get whatever you can. Of course, as I've already said, we can build in that QB roll, that QB keep and roll, and from there you could build in a pass down top of that. You could build a wide corner. You could run all kinds of stuff from that. Okay, that's second, third level stuff. That if you're just starting out and you're just looking for a nice simple answer or a nice simple wrinkle or a nice simple way of running, another way of running his own, you don't have to do that right now. It's just that can be added on. So you've got levels to it once people get film on you. Okay. Now, final play for today. Keep it in the same format, the same way we run it. Is that our exotic play for the day is going to be Z-Jet. Okay. Now we say Z-Jet because our X and our Y are on the line. Okay. And because they're on the line, that means that the only guy that we can move is the Z. Okay. But if your Y was off the line, it would be wide jet, or slot jet, whatever your terminology is, whatever you want to do. But for this wide jet. Okay. Again, even though we are blocking, so I will let those on there. These are blocking plays. Okay. So those guys will block. Again, we line up the same way. There's this change as it was from play 1 to play 5. The way we look is exactly the same. So they don't know what's coming, they don't know what to expect. Now if we'll bring our Z in motion, it could be with a hand, with a foot, with a tap of the lid, whatever you it's whatever you like. Okay, we send this way in motion. Okay. Now usually The timing for this is what varies, and you also have a choice depending on how comfortable you are with your quarterback handing off or whatever, and how you want the QB to get the ball to the jetting guy. One of the simplest things to do, and if you speak to your referee pre-game and you say, when we jet, we run a pop pass, that means that you basically get the football to off the QB and he just pops it up. Okay? Now, if they drop this, it's not a fumble, and you won't get called for fumble as long as you let the refs know pre-game. Because if they're not looking for it and they're not on it, they'll think it's a fumble. You know, they're only human. Unless they're really switching on their seat, they'll say, oh, it's a fumble. But when you say it's a pop pass, they'll know in advance that if you're running that jet, they drops it. It might be because it's just a bad exchange. When you could fumble it, like down the line, and you get away with one, bonus. But that's what I'm saying. If it's dropped around that mesh area, it's normally because it's a pop pass and it's just a drop ball. Of course, if you hand it off and you do fumble it, that's a fumble. The good side to handing the ball off is that you create that mesh point when you want to run the backside where we are going to an option off the backside of this. Okay? So it all depends on what you want to do. There's no right or wrong. I have Rambo, and the pop pass is by far easier to get you a nice simple completion if you want the yards to the QB. It's not your choice. I've always taught my guys. That when we set that football, we want to be roughly on the tackle. Okay. Not sure I'm not working there. Okay, I can't roughly on the tackle. Okay. So once we get to the tackle, once we get that ball there, we want the ball to be snapped. It all depends on the time of it. If your receiver's super fast, you might want to do it sooner. If he's slow, then why is he playing at D? But that's not that's your personal choice. If you're a bit slower, you might want to do it a bit later. But normally, once they hit that tackle position, that ball's going to be gone from our centre into our QB hands. Okay? Now, if we are running a jet option, okay? If we are running a jet option, it's going to flash across the QB space, and just like we did in our pro outside zone, our QB's going to stand there, nice solid stance, put the ball out, then take it off. If it's a pop pass, it's on there, pop it up, and give him a free completion. Okay? H, just like we did in the outside zone, all that, you can see the continuity of what we're doing in each of our plays, so that it's nothing new learning for our players to learn. We're not overloading our players with information. It's the same thing over and over again, just with a different play, but with different results, hopefully, and a different look. It's a bit different to think about. But for us, it's only one guy that might have to change what he's doing. The rest of us are all doing the same thing. Right? When we run a jet, our own line blocks outside zone. We don't get fancy with it. We're not that good. We're not that clever. We're in outside zone. Okay? Receivers will block my dangerous man. Heights will lead block, and he will take out whoever's there, whoever needs taking out. The level, wherever it needs to be. Okay? And then when we do that, we'll ask our Zeke to upfield and get wherever we can. Okay? When we've done that, or on the snap, okay, our F is still going to run his track like he was running a swing. Okay? And our QB, once he's handed the ball off, he's going to run option. Okay? So even though this is jet and we'll hand the ball off, if we wanted to call option, we would call option. Okay? But the more savvy your QB gets, and the more that if we ran this 2 or 3 times or more, and they're all flashing down, they're all crashing down, our QB can hit the football and go backside against the ground with the F in his vision and straight up run option backside. Okay? So we got ZJ with our height blocking, and our F and our quarterback running option backside. The traits of all the players that we've put in today, for the most part, have been identical across the board in their rules and what we do. So we're not asking a lot of information to be put on to our players, new information put into our players, and we're hopefully getting leg work and room out of our plays and out of what we do, and we can expand our look and our arsenal without expanding our playbook too much. Okay, this is the first of. I'll probably do a few more videos over the course of time. This is our first of all formation 5 plays. Hopefully, guys, it's been something that you've enjoyed. Hopefully, you can take something from it. I'm all about passing stuff on to the coaches of the UK community. And so for today, I want to thank you all and thanks for taking the time.